I imagine people coming into an office block wearing suits.
Sleep research. The big question I have then, are you
We have
lost
to talk about
with
something
food?
now. What does you do?
What is it? I can't remember what it was.
GPT. That's too complicated for me.
I'm Lost, the podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the I'm Lost podcast with myself, Elliot, and Carl, also known as Eagleton and Filthy Reflection. In today's podcast, we are discussing some business, as this is a area that we are in. And what is your take on business?
Business. Well, it's something I'm really good at. Starting.
You're good at starting business.
Good at starting business.
Now,
it's the rest of it that falls down.
Oh, okay. Because business and entrepreneur are kind of they float in the same boat, I think.
Yeah. Do you not just like to differentiate between the two? Like, is business more corporate and then entrepreneurial endeavors? It's more sort of like a personal career path type thing. That's sort of how I see it. I don't know.
When I think of business, this is just really weird, but I imagine people coming into an office block wearing suits. Kind of a 9 to 5 desk job sort of thing.
Yeah.
But there's lots of different forms of business. I also think of, I don't know if you've seen the Lego movie where I think it's Miss Kitty just is in a business meeting and she just goes, business, 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 more business. That's what goes on in my head when I hear it.
Joe, I've never seen the film.
You're not? Well,
I want to see it now.
Sold it. Perfect. No, but like, business doesn't have to be a corporate thing. It could be anything, to be honest.
Yeah, I suppose if you're like a nightclub owner or something, that is a business.
An artist is a business.
Oh, don't. That's horrible, isn't it?
But it is. That's what
it is. You are dead right. Being an artist you are a business, but it's so horrible to think of it that way.
Yes. Because you're not sitting down at a desk doing 8 hours worth of typing.
No, it's more than that. It's deeper than that.
You're doing like
now
10 hours worth of painting or whatever. Like, it is work, isn't it?
It is, and it kind of, I always look at it like, oh, it's not a business thing. It's just you making some art, painting a picture, enjoying doing something, making music. It's all art. But yeah, I believe I said something similar to this in uni a few years back. But you have to make money to be able to do it. So your thing has to make money. So therefore, you are a business. But I don't like it.
No, I don't like calling it a business. It doesn't feel like work, but in reality, if you're doing that primarily, if that's your primarily, we got our words back. If that's your primary time spender and earning money from it, then that is your job.
Yeah, and what a fun job it is.
Fabulous.
What a fun business you run.
Mm.
Oh, that rhymed and everything.
So
I want to apologise if you can hear me crunching. It's because the bit of pizza is really hard on this side.
because you decided that you wanted to eat a pizza before we started recording.
No, while.
Wow.
I'm hungry.
Oh, well. Cool.
Fine.
How are you dealing with this eating a pizza and holding a microphone at the same time?
I'm not going to lie, it's quite hard. And I have to keep looking at the waveform just so that I can see the right levels.
Make sure your mic's the right distance.
Yeah, it's kind of like it wavers quite a lot. I can see in the waveform that sometimes it's a bit mad. So I'm going to have to use some serious compression on this. But that's fine.
Wow.
Give me something to do, innit?
Well, now you got the time.
I do. I do. Yeah.
You do.
I can work on business.
Ooh, you can work on business. Very nice. What sort of business would you like to work on?
Oh, I reckon probably sleep research. Sounds good.
Oh, well, like a bed designer.
No, just sleep all day while doctors research what's going on with you while you're sleeping.
That is actually a job, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, especially if you're deemed to have mental health issues and stuff, then you're a good subject. Yeah. But yeah, no.
Anyway.
No, the whole start of the business is starting now, isn't it, really? The ideas have been there, the things have been put in place, but nothing's been done because I've had a day job. So now I only have half a day job, maybe, quarter, something. I don't know, something like that. Got all the time in the world.
Got a little bit of
things happen.
A little bit of a day job.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know, I hopefully we can make business. Yeah, not just me. Yeah, hopefully we can make business things happen.
Business things. Oh my.
Business things. Yeah. So it's a very professional outfit. This.
Indeed it is. Oh, actually, to be fair, Indeed is a website that you can you deal with business on.
Yeah. Or get a job.
No, yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. We've lost the thread a little here.
Yes, we have. I'm going to bring it back.
Bring it back while I eat pizza.
Okay, cool. That's a good segue. Thank you. Anyways, I'm bringing it back because I have made an executive decision regarding some business that we have.
You can't say that while I'm eating pizza. That's not fair.
I'm sure you'll be okay with this. My executive decision is that this podcast, the I'm Lost podcast, actually thrives better on topics about food than it does about music.
Really? That's really interesting, that.
I can't tell if that's sarcasm there.
No, I've got a mouthful of pizza.
Well, yeah, I gave you the benefit of the doubt there. Yeah, so our food topic podcasts do much better than our music talk ones. And as of this recording, nobody actually likes our discussion about why the music industry is broken, but they like us talking about how many crisps you can fit in a bag. Paying with potatoes.
So
yeah.
The big question I have then, are you lost with food? I mean, I am a bit, I have to admit. I love food, but I'm confused with a lot of things about food these days.
How
does the podcast name still work?
I'm Lost Food Edition.
Okay. Works for me.
Hey, it's like a business meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, what's going on?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'm glad you're bringing up the food topic, to be honest.
No, we got to actually. I will go one step further with this. Are you still indulging in your gummies, which is a food vitamin substitute?
Supplement.
Supplement.
I am actually, yeah. Yeah, because I absolutely hate fruit. I like the taste of fruit. I just don't like the textures, and it's always different every time you eat it. It's just can't be doing with that. I like consistency, and you don't get that in fruit. I don't know why.
Well, because each one is individual.
So I quite liked fruit. Well, I've never really liked fruit, but I liked fruit more when I was a kid. You know, I'd eat a banana and then I'd happily eat another banana the next day. But now you eat one banana the next day, they're all knackered. Pain in the arse. But yeah, the gummies, they're good.
They're good.
Them. Hopefully they're working.
Glad we cleared that one up.
Yeah, I'm completely on the health kick now. I just need to find foods that are healthy to eat, that are enjoyable to eat, and lose a few pounds, probably from my wallet more than my stomach. But yeah.
We have to talk about something now. Before we started this podcast, and whilst you were cooking your pizza, you told me an interesting story about what you do with a wine bottle.
Yeah, we've seen the IKEA wine rack.
I haven't seen the IKEA wine rack, but
we're not going to go down that route.
Okay, cool.
Google it. That's what I'm saying.
I might do in a second. But you don't buy your wine in a shop and then leave it on the side, which I think you only do with red wine, isn't it?
Yeah, red wine is room temperature.
Red wine is yeah, that. White wine you usually put in the fridge and chill it, right?
You do.
What does you do?
What does you do?
What does this one do?
I does. I wanted to drink it now, so I figured, I'll get home and if I put it in the freezer, it'll quickly cool it, rather than waiting for an hour for it to be cooled in the fridge. So I could just stick it in there for 10, 15 minutes and it'll cool it. Which I'm actually sat here now thinking I've still left that bottle of wine in the freezer.
What you had?
Yeah, that could go wrong later. Yeah, well, I don't see what's wrong with that. I think that's just, I think that's just massive brain power to think that far ahead. Like stick it in the freezer, it'll only take a quarter of the amount of time to cool down. Genius. You're not impressed, are you?
No, it wouldn't be the normal way I would do it, but then again, I don't particularly need the wine to be chilled immediately.
Oh, see.
So,
it would have been all right because I always have a bottle of wine in the fridge. So it's always there cold. But because I didn't have any wine, because I've just moved in, so I had to buy wine. So it's not already chilled. So I was a bit of an arse with it. I should have bought 2 bottles so that when I open this one, the other one would be chilled, ready for next time. I should have thought about it. But it's all right. I've got a can of cider instead. Why not?
Cider made from apples.
Good.
That's weird because wine is made from grapes. Cider is made from apples. What else is there that's... Is there like a pear or is that just a flavouring?
Yeah, pear cider.
How is that?
I don't know how that works.
Pear cider.
Don't they have pears in wine? This is something we should probably look into.
Why is there wine pear?
I think so. I know you can make vodka from potatoes. Is that of any help?
Yeah, that is true. I swear you can make something from sloes. Sorry. Gin. Oh, is that what it is?
Slow gin.
Of course.
I'm guessing here, but
of course. Roots.
That is literally a 100% guess. I just put the two words together.
This was previously not researched.
No, definitely not. No, we don't do
Not
any
at
research
all.
whatsoever.
Not at all.
I have to say though, I am now. I've decided I'm a vegan. Right, I only eat cows that identify as tomatoes. True story.
Okay.
Sorted it. Actually, a more serious note. I did see a video the other day which it impressed me, and I don't know if you know about this, but I was mildly amused and sort of impressed as well. But you know when you're flipping burgers over in the frying pan, I don't know if you do burgers in the frying pan, it's really unhealthy, but sometimes I do. But when you come to turn them over, what do you use to turn them over?
The logical spatula?
Well, yeah, you got the spatula, but then when you flip it, it splashes everywhere, doesn't it? Or you got the tongs. You can use tongs. That's fine.
You could use tongs
quite nicely. But I saw somebody use a whisk, and they just slid the whisk along, and it just turned it over. Ooh, I was well impressed. Seems like a new utensil.
I think I've seen someone smash an avocado with a whisk.
What even is an avocado?
The most carbon intense fruit. Is it fruit or vegetable? Fruit, isn't it? Because it's got stone. All I know is it's not good for the environment, but lots of people down.
I know they're really expensive to import.
Yeah, they are.
Because it's like it travels like hundreds of miles in a lorry and then travels thousands of miles in a plane, and good for the planet, that is.
I should use my microphone properly. I'm just getting that pears can be poached in red wine. So I'm not sure if there is actually a wine that's made out of pear.
I'm not a fan of red wine, but that does sound like a nice idea.
Because wine is used for cooking, isn't it?
Well, yeah, any wine.
Well, yeah. Thanks.
I prefer port than red wine, but it's basically the same thing. I can't really work out why I prefer port over red wine. I don't think I'd choose to drink either.
Anyway, this is a great business talk.
Oh yes, yeah, business. Let's make a wine company.
Is a wine
vegan burger company?
Sorry, it's a winery, not a brewery.
It is, yeah. No, it's a what is it? What's the other name? What am I thinking of?
I don't know. What are you thinking of?
I keep wanting to say the word graveyard. Vineyard. There we are. There's a vineyard.
Yeah, vineyards is where you grow the grapes.
It is.
It is.
But surely you'd make the grapes on site, wouldn't you?
Well,
a vineyard.
Right,
Where you
Russia.
make vinegar?
Wait, is vinegar made from grape? No.
No,
got
but
me
if wine goes bad,
confused.
then it tastes like vinegar, doesn't it? And smells like vinegar.
Oh dear, no. Do you know what all these? Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just thinking. Yeah, we could start a business, making wine or vinegar. See, food, or we could only sell burgers that identify as cows that identify as tomatoes. See, vegan restaurant.
You just have on the packaging, I identify as a tomato.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you've seen the Peppa Pig puzzle, haven't you, with all the chopped up bits of pork? You could do like the same. Like you could like advertise it as like a jigsaw puzzle of tomato. No, a cow. Sorry.
Oh, have you seen? Have you seen that? I'm pretty sure somebody was selling Peppa Pig pork slices.
Nice.
It was like diced up.
Can you imagine how many tears at the dining room table there's going to be?
It would get so many. Oh dear.
Hasn't Peppa Pig just had a baby?
Something like that. I don't particularly
there was like a
follow
whole
it.
gender reveal. I was very concerned about the whole gender reveal thing.
Identify as a
News,
cabbage.
like, ooh, yeah. Jesus, that's a bit harsh. Yeah, business. Let's go back to business.
Right. Okay. Business. Business's favorite
entrepreneur.
Business's favorite tool is AI.
Yeah,
AI. Yes.
Fucking hate AI.
AI. Let's just clarify. AI stands for artificial intelligence, right?
So it's a complete lie, then, isn't it?
Everybody who uses AI incorrectly, please listen. There's a difference between algorithms and artificial intelligence. Algorithms take information that's already preset and it pieces it together. The number of times the internet says we are using AI to give you a brief summary of this topic. No, you're not. You're just scraping through the internet to give me the correct information quicker. Or
and worse than that. If you go on, it's that website again, Indeed. You can just type in anything for a job search and it will come up with like data entry jobs for AI, where they send you a list of questions and you go through them and you answer these questions and you research a bit of information and put it into the system. So it's not artificial intelligence. It's a load of humans being paid minimum wage to sit at a computer and type in all the answers.
It's data retrieval. That's what it is. It's not. Yeah. It's not going, ooh, we've come up with this idea by ourselves. Yeah. No, you put a keyword in and it's picked up everything that's got that keyword in it.
Yeah.
Anyways, there are some AI things that kind of work. Not totally convinced with it, but have you ever gone on to ChatGPT? I keep getting this wrong. What is it called?
I don't know. I'm moving people.
Right. It is not called. Sorry. Fresh slate. Have you ever been on ChatGPT? Which everyone.
Is that what you were actually struggling with?
Yes. Because everybody that I hear saying it says ChatGPT, a GPT, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
GPT.
GPT. That's too complicated for me.
It is a stupid bloody name, to be honest.
It really is. It really is. Yeah. Don't know what it stands for. Don't care. Anyway, have you ever been onto any of those AI websites?
I have.
Yes.
I use it quite a lot, to be honest.
You have. Now, I'm going to tell you something that I'm slightly infuriated by.
He's got a gripe.
I have a gripe. You know, every time you use AI services like that, you have to put a prompt in, right?
Yes.
How many prompts do you usually go through before you get the product you want?
I'd say 1 to 2.
No, fairly consistent then. Conservative. Yeah. What I have an issue with is something that I saw about a week ago, where someone actually broke down how much water is needed for every prompt. So, for ChatGPT, you can consume roughly around 500 million liters of water. Let me just check. Yeah, that's what it says. Every 5 to 50 prompts. It takes billions of liters of water to run technology.
Oh, I see. What do you mean? Their cooling?
Their cooling systems take so much water to cool for like 5 prompts.
I'm with it now.
Because they're computers and they produce thermal heat.
Do excuse me, I'm opening some milk bottles. That is insane. That is they're good. That is insane numbers, isn't it? I mean, have you cross-referenced this? Or did you get it from ChatGPT?
Here are some more stats.
Drum roll, please.
Insert drum roll. All right.
Not another one of them drum rolls.
Right. We are going to interject here and just say, just before we uploaded the last podcast, we said we were going to add a drum roll, and we were listening to it through, and what happened?
I may have forgotten about it.
You may have forgotten about it, but it is there now, and I would like everybody to commend the drum roll, please.
or even
what
better, just ignore it altogether.
Great.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible. It was the most laziest attempt of a drum roll. I'll do better this time.
Do better. Do better.
Do better.
This is a complicated thing. It is estimated that we'll be using 4.2 to 6.6 billion cubic meters of water in 2027 with AI.
Yeah, but is this like, like a heating system where it fills up once and it just reuses that water?
Well, what I want to know is if they're using water to cool it, which is probably the most efficient way of doing it, why does it not boil?
Well, because it goes through, it's like a car, isn't it?
Does it then get cooled back down?
Through the whole system, it just gets cooled back down to a certain temperature and then swaps back round again. So in circuit, it's being cooled.
Yeah.
So one part, it heats up, the next part, it's cooled down and then sent back round in a loop.
Very good. I need to actually find this proper information. Where's this proper?
That was pretty terrible, though. When you think about like the fact that in some countries water is quite scarce, yet we're sat there typing in a prompt on a computer which is using more water than they've seen in a year. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's what I just wanted to bring a light, is how much energy and water is being used by us going, oh, I could make this person into this person. Stupid ideas are costing people so much.
Well, technically, that's costing lives. All that water could be put somewhere for people to drink.
That one prompt that you put in is probably more water than you've drank that week.
Yeah. And I drink a lot of water.
There's a really. There's so people also asked does AI really use a lot of water? Yes.
What I think is a bit weird about that is when you like AI is using all that water, right? And someone in high power has decided that using that amount of water for some AI system, which isn't half of it isn't even AI, and the other half it's all right. It's more gimmicky than anything special, in my opinion. But there's someone in power somewhere that says, yes, let's use all this water on this computer rather than, so we can make money, obviously, by the humans that are using it, instead of giving water to humans that need it to live because they don't have any water. It will keep them alive. So basically, someone high up in power has said, right, yes, let's make something that people will pay for, even though we're going to stop people having the water to live. So if they keep doing that, there's going to be no one left on the planet to pay for their service. This is genius.
So there's no water for people to actually live because the water is being used to cool down computers that people are using to type in stupid little prompts.
Yes.
Right.
This is. I mean,
let's take it once.
Let's be honest.
Sorry.
Go on. You go.
Let's take it 2 steps further. Not only are we taking away all our water that we need to survive, we're draining the power grid because we don't have enough power to power all of this.
Is it consuming a lot of power?
Oh yes. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. I'll have a look in this. I'll have a look at this in a sec. But have you seen?
We've got electric cars so that we're not polluting the atmosphere, but the electric cars are being charged by coal power plants and brilliant. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
That's not as much as I thought. 1 to 1.5% of global electricity.
Well, that is quite a lot.
It's quite a lot. Not as much as I thought, though. But anyway, the step we can take further from this is these sites that they have for data storage and AI capabilities. Have you seen how big they are?
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, I reckon you'll be looking at like the computer systems back in the 80s. I reckon it'd be somewhere along those sort of lines, I reckon. And then one day, like in 2065 or something, they'll be looking back and going, whoa, did you see what the size of these things are? And it's like, they're tiny now.
No, because what they're using is they're using a whole bunch of like servers and algorithms and whatnots within them. But the number of them that they have to run it all, they've got warehouses like 500
Amazon.
Yeah, like miles long. They're like, why? Like,
sorry, I'm on the move.
He's on the move.
I'm on the move.
Let's have a look at how big.
Oh, here you go. He's got proper numbers coming. Incoming with the proper numbers. Here we go.
How big are AI data centers?
Well, how many are there for a start?
Well, I don't know how many there are, but a typical one is 10,000 square feet.
Oh, that's quite a substantial amount.
Oh, no.
Bigger than
No.
average USB stick, isn't it?
Size, square footage, AI data centers can range from 20,000 to 100,000 square feet, or even larger. I know!
I bet it's all underground stuff as well.
No.
No?
I'm pretty sure it's all in Texas, to be honest, or Denmark.
But yeah, why not? Nothing else there.
But they probably have a lot of landmass that's not acquired, is it?
They're quite poor in Texas, aren't they? So they probably the local government or whatever have made a deal and got themselves lots of money so that they can still keep the area poor, like they do. But the politicians got a lot. That's fine.
Oh yeah, AI takes all our GPUs as well.
Oh really?
Yeah. So that's fun.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I think
it's all gone a bit far.
I think AI. It was a nice concept. It can help us, but I think people who've got their mindset on using it in the wrong ways and accelerating it in that way, which is going to cause problems.
I think it's the same though with anything new, isn't it? If it's new, it gets misused instantly. But then, because it gets misused instantly, new ideas come from it, and it's kind of like everything's always a beta test anyway. So it's kind of like they've shoved all this technology out there, even though it's nowhere near like really usable for anything decent. But then people are going to start doing silly things with it, which is going to come up with ideas. Like when making music or something, you do a silly idea and you think, oh, this one's actually worked. This is good. Or you do something cooking, and you think, oh, I'm just going to chuck this ingredient in, and it's just, oh, I've made a new type of cake. Brilliant. Yeah, that's excellent. You learn that from messing around, So they're going to let people mess around with it on this like huge beta test essentially. And then they're going to come up with all these new things and then go, oh, people are doing this a lot and they've created this thing. Now how can we charge them loads of money for it? God, I'm so pessimistic.
So pessimistic.
I'm
going to hit you with some more facts.
Oh, I like facts.
More facts about AI. So, a study found that AI may take up as much electricity as a small country by 2027.
Wow. The thing we're trying to preserve, you mean, yeah.
Yes, that precious thing.
Yeah. The thing that they're charging us loads and loads and loads of money for now because they're saying we're using too much and the price has gone up because the cost of this and that's gone up. No, it's just to fund that, isn't it? Let's be honest. Cool. Again, pessimistic, sorry. Or realist.
They're planning on shipping out 1.5 million AI servers by 2027.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's nuts.
Not as nuts as this.
Insane.
All of that.
Or Google.
Yeah. Google and Microsoft are part of the problem, okay? Everyone who's jumped on this kind of, we'll implement AI. Not AI. It really isn't. Anyways. It could consume at least 85.4. Are you ready for this? Terawatt hours annually.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't even know that a terawatt was a thing.
So who's building the next nuclear power plant?
I don't even think one nuclear power plant can help that. You got to have lots. Like, how much energy does one put out annually?
I can see some big disaster happening here, like Chernobyl or something again, just because they're all going to start panicking how they're going to run all this.
We're going to build...
There's going to be all nuclear power plants in the middle of Southampton High Street or something. And then it's all going to go wrong because they're pushing it too hard because they're trying to make too much money. But it's all right. It's only killed the people.
We're not going to have any countryside left because it's going to be filled with data centres and power plants.
Well, they are turning all the farms into solar farms, aren't they? Or trying to. Because, who needs food? We need power. Don't need food.
No, we
need those
exactly.
meaty tasting tomatoes.
Are we back to cows?
I love it. Yeah, back to cows. Tomatoes. They might be cows. They just identify as tomatoes. That's fine.
Anyway, you wanted to say something, didn't you? You wanted to say something. Would you like to say?
I can't remember what it was.
Topic 3?
Gone from my mind. Topic 3. Let me have a look because I haven't had a look. Because what have we got? We got.
I think we've had our gripe about AI in business.
AI in business. No, I didn't really have a lot for this podcast, if I'm honest. I was just sort of rolling along with you this week and adding in my usual sarcastic anecdotes, and some useless facts about cows identifying as tomatoes, basically. That was all I had. That was me.
Yeah, but you had the thing.
Had a thing? What thing did I have?
You had the secret thing.
The secret thing? Yeah, that was just my secret notes about cows. You've ruined it now. I didn't want anyone to know that I had a secret note about cows that I identified as tomatoes, but now you've ruined it. Thank you.
Okay.
Unless I had something else that you know about and I can't remember. If you know something, then just tell me, because my memory is terrible.
I don't know. You just said you were going to tell me something, but you had it in your secret notes.
I was going to tell you something. What was I going to tell you? Let's have a look in my secret notes. I was going to tell you something, actually.
It was.
I think I told you that and then think, I'm going to put that in my secret notes in a minute and then tell him. I can't remember. Oh, no, it was about the burger turning thing with the whisk. That was it.
That was it?
That was it, yeah.
Well, we brushed over that one.
I told you, you're leading this podcast today. I'm just here to be annoying, really, and eat a pizza while I'm supposed to be working. That's it. That was it.
Cool. Anyway,
I do feel on the strength of our business section of the podcast, I do feel like we may have failed that subject a little bit because we didn't really discuss it.
No, we didn't.
No. I mean, we mentioned a couple of bits, but I don't know.
We're not very good business people, are we?
No, we're not. We got the ideas. That's the main. We got the ideas, but it's seeing them through, and then we always think, this will be a good business idea, and then we come up against all the problems, and it's kind of like, do you solve these problems, or do you think they're too overwhelming to be able to do anything with in that niche, or do we give up too easily? But I mean, I do think, if something's not working, why keep going with it? Move on to the next thing and see if that works. And cause I don't know about you, but the main aim is to be working for yourself, isn't it? Rather than being one of the sheep that just go along with the day job and, you get locked into it. So it's kind of like, for us, we need a business that works. We need it to be, slightly different. We need it to be a bit of us. and be helpful and be honest and truthful, but as at the same time, it is a business and it's going to make good money for us. So yeah, I don't know. How are you feeling like the stuff that you're doing and the stuff that we're doing, business wise?
Well, you just have to turn the cog slowly. Unfortunately,
not full steam ahead. Then
no, not full steam ahead. Usually ends in a disaster.
It does, yeah. And I think you have got to kind of just go along and keep it going, but then you keep working on it, no matter how much you've got time to do. But keep working on it, I guess, isn't it?
The word build is there for a reason.
It is. I do think there is one major thing that hampers business. We've come up with this a lot, and that's if you want to make a business, anyone can make a business, and if you're happy with your lack of morals to make money, you're going to make money. But if you bring morals into a business, it's a lot harder to make a business and to be successful and make money.
Morals as in core values?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of businesses will say they've got core values, but at the root of it, it's to make money. Especially big companies, they've forgotten about the taste of their beans and how amazing their coffee tastes. It's all about money suddenly. It's how can we save money on the coffee beans? Oh well, let's not do that bit. Let's leave that bit out. They won't taste as good anymore, but it's cheaper. And we make more money. That's kind of how it works, isn't it?
But isn't that business?
To me, that's stupid business. Because you should always have a quality product, and it should be an honest product or service. I think I don't think there's any point in doing it if you're not going to have an honest product that is quality.
So, business for you is coming up with a quality product and being truthful about it, rather than looking at how you can sustain that line of products by changing something up.
No, you can do that. You can look at other options to make it more either make it more profitable or make it more sustainable. But
just no misleading.
You can't. Yeah, exactly. You can't be misleading people, and you can't be cutting down on the quality. It needs to stay the same quality. And we see this a lot, and we just can't be bothered to moan about it and say, oh yeah, well those tea bags, they were great when they first come out. Now they're not that great, but I still buy them because why still buy them then? Do you know what I mean? Like if they've lost the quality and they've charging you even more money, then why buy them? I wouldn't. So yeah, for me, it's kind of like that principle, really. But I know so many of the big companies do that, but we just plod along. Okay, yeah, they've done it. They've mugged us off again, but we'll still keep paying them lots of money. No, stop it, people. Come on, stop it.
You've drawn the line.
Yeah,
honesty is the way forward.
Definitely.
Very good.
100%.
Cool. Should we leave it there?
Or more my gripes. Leave it on my gripe. Happy thoughts.
I don't think it's a gripe. I think it is sincerity, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, what are we doing in the next podcast?
The next podcast. I do know.
Oh, sorry. Does you know?
Does one know?
Does you know?
Yeah. I I don't know how it's going to go down because the topic we picked,
Like the pianist on the Titanic.
Captain,
yeah.
No, but like the topic we picked doesn't particularly work very well in a business mind, but it's something that we wanted to talk about.
It's like you're talking riddles. So are we? Where? I'm going to ask the question again. What are we doing in the next podcast?
Oh, in the next podcast, we want to talk about DJ controllers.
Cool. I like it. That works for me. Yes. You were saying earlier about the whole food thing. I'm going to keep this short because we need to go. But we were talking earlier about like the whole food thing, and I think I've come up with a few ideas. I'm not going to say, but after this podcast, we can have a chat about that, and maybe we can start. Not so much transitioning because our podcasts are about all sorts anyway, but have a look at some of our original food ideas. Feel me?
And maybe we can transition the podcast. Well, maybe not transition, but have a few more food-related topics in the actual kitchen. Maybe
in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Like that idea. In the kitchen.
Sounds fun.
Sounds good.
Anyways, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for listening to our waffle. That's a food.
Ooh, waffles.
Yeah.
Yes. Like it.
Attention. Thank you for listening. We have been Eagleton and Filthy Reflection. I didn't know where I was going there.
I thought you were waiting for me to say Eagleton and Filthy Reflection.
Hey.
Oh, both nailed it.
Nailed it. You can find this on your local podcasting platforms.
On the social medias.
On social media. I'm also taking a business decision to put this on Mixcloud because that is a podcast.
Yay.
Podcasting a medium apparently, as well as Instagram for all our behind the scenes bits and YouTube.
I've got a picture for the Instagram.
You have?
Send it to you later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will let you go, and we will catch you in the next one. Thank you very much.
Laters.